kalingat pang unawa, mangyari ang iyong diwa sa langit at sa lupa. Bigyan mo ng sapat ang lahat sa araw-araw, turo ang magparaya gaya ng iyong gawa. Iadyan niyo kami sa pagmamataas upang maiwaksi ang lupit at dahas. At samahang lumikha ng pamayanan payapa sa kalikasan, kabuhayan, kakanyahan, paniniwala.
Iwagsang kaalam kag kapisan, maragtason mong kasaysayan, ang ginahandurawan, banwa kong ginkamatan, bantog sa kabisayan, ang umayan niya kag mga baganihan. Ginbugayan, sang tubig kag kalamnan, sa pasubat kag kasapatan, banwa ka nga dalangpan, sa Bisayas na katungdan, banwa nga ginpadunggan, kabuhi kag kasanag sa tanan. Pototan manggad ka sang dughan, nalipay kag kusog sang imo katawhan, bisan sano kag kun sa diin man, palangga kung banwa ang Pototan. Itugayan sang tubig kag talamnan, sa patubas kag kasapatan, banwa ka nga dalangpan, sa Bisayas na katungdan, banwa nga ginpadunggan, kabuhi kag kasanag sa tanan. Pototan manggad ka sang dughan, kalipay kag kusog sang imo katawhan, bisan sano kag kun sa diin man, palangga kung banwa ang Pototan. Bisan sano kag kun sa diin man, palangga kung banwa ang Pototan.
Amidst this pandemic happening around the world, the school is still committed to extend quality learning among our learners who are at home. We, the teachers of Pototan Pilot Elementary School, profess to serve. That's why we are conducting various activities under Pagbasa project of the school's division of Iloilo in connection to the Brigada Basa of Department of Education. At the school level, we have the so-called Project Revolution, reading efficacy via onboard learning using transportation. This is the way of amplifying our campaign of teaching reading skills among learners through the school's Revo to make sure that reading and numeracy materials are delivered to specific home and learning facilities of the community, which can be used by our struggling, frustration, instructional, and independent readers. This will intensify too to elevate reading comprehension among the learners. To the teacher coordinators of the project and the learning facilitators, great job to all of you. Congratulations.
Ngayong aga sa tanan, ating naging sa aton yung mga ginikanan, mga kabataan, nagiglaw naging ang mga maestra, magtudlo sa aton na kabataan, sa sining panapon, ng manyimpo, tungod sining COVID-19 na nagtuging. For how many years na? 2 years, kabay pa ng unta ini. So, subong nga aga, ginatanyaw, gitamong kumo, ginabi-abi, as your public schools district supervisor of the district of Pototan 1, at your service, I am Andre Bugasia Celis. At the same time, with the 15 school heads, the elementary, as well as the 3 school heads under the Pototan 1 sa secondary, nagpapadayon din sa pag-suportar ng programa sa Department of Education under sa Brigada Pagbasa. Brigada Pagbasa, ang initial national program o projects ng aton niya hensya sa pagbulig, sa pagtugdo, sa pagpabasa ng aton yung mga learner, hindi lang sa tender, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, kundi hasta gid sa grade 12. Tungkol na yung mga struggling learners kita, at hindi nyo malikawan. So, subong bulan na ginasregular ang buwan ng pagbasa. So, encourage din namon o pasalamatan pagid ang mga supporters, ang ating hensya sa patigayon sa mga ikuton. Ang iba na eskwelahan, may araman ng mga programa, kaangay sa pagpabasa man sa ilang mga kabataan, alin sa kinder to grade 3, pero may araman nga other grades, sige include sila, para hindi man magbilin ng mga kabataan natin na mabuligan pag-i tungod nga hindi sila makabalik sa eskwelahan. Subong ginadala na ang eskwelahan kakanto sa Panimalay bukod sa mga learning centers sa mga kabaranggayan. Kaya gini ang mga programa natin sa Division of Iloilo ang Bulig Basa. Dito sa Pototan 1 ng atong yung flagship program, ang mga Learn It, Pototanon in the new normal or the pandemic time. So, pag gini may mga nagkalinlain ng reading program. So, sa liwat, ginagdagin namon ang tanan ng ginikanan, amon yung mga barangay officials, kailan pa yung mga stakeholders namon sa pagbulig sa atong mga kabataan. Ang ginasiling sa hulubaton, it takes a village to raise a child or to educate a child. So we will become a solid one village to educate every learner under our care. No? So sa liwat, gululigan natin ang pagsakdag sa Bulig Basa program, projects ng ating Division of Iloilo and the Brigada Eskwela sa national government. Thank you kag sa inyong adlaw. Salamat gid sa inyong pagpamati kag sa pag-ugyon sining hilikuton. Ang pagbasa amo ang pirtahan sa madamo pagiging ikibalo na duman sa ating kabataan. Sa liwat, sabay pang muli kita sa pagpabasa sa ating kabataan, sa panimalay, sa komunidad, pero magbalik naman sa eskwelahan sa pila ka adlaw. Madali na lang ang face-to-face na klase, nagkabay pa mga lambutin sa pagpakamay sa akong Ginoo. Salamat, kanyang adlaw sa tanan.
Magandang araw. Ako si Lenny Robredo. Ang kwentong babasahin natin ngayon ay pinamagatang Channeling na isinulat ni Randy Garlitos. Channeling, kwento ni Randy Garlitos. Tuwing umaga sa aming bahay, ang pangalan niya ang una mong maririnig. Kapag binibigkas mo ito, mayroong magic na nangyayari. Biglang magtitilian ang mga kaldero at syansi sa ibabaw ng kalan. Huhuni ang takure ng mainit na tubig. Maririnig ang kalatugan ng pinggan at kalansingan ng mga kutsara at tinidor. Tapos, sa isang iglap, busog na si tatay. Biglang magsisindi ang ilaw sa loob ng banyo. Dadagungdong ang tulo ng tubig sa balde. Maglilitawan ang mga sipilyo, shampoo, sabon at tuwalya. Tapos, sa isang iglap, mabango at malinis na si kuya. Biglang iinit ang planchang nakatago, tatakbo ang kabayo na tangay ang lukot na palda at blusa. Tapos, sa isang iglap, unat na ang lahat ng damit ni ate. Biglang magsisibangon ang basahan at sabon. Magsasayawan ang mga bunot at walis. Tapos, biglang makintab at mabango na ang buong bahay. Biglang tatalbog ang bola at magsasalita ang Maynika. Magiging nanay ko siya sa bahay-bahayan, magiging taya siya sa taguan. Tapos, paglingon ko, nakaupo siya, natutulog. Bago ako matulog, ang pangalan pa rin niya ang maririnig. Kasi, may magic ang pangalan niya. Channeling, ang kape ko, akin na, sabi ni tatay. Biglang maghahalo ang kape, asukal at umuusok na tubig. Channeling, ang sapatos at relo ko, nasaan na? Tanong ni kuya. Magsisilabas sa mga sapatos at relo mula sa kung saan. Channeling, ang isusuot ko ay handa mo na, tili ni ate. Magrarampahan naman ang mga pantalon, palda, blusa at medyas. Channeling, ang pinagkainan, hugasan mo na, utos ni nanay. Magsisiligo na ang mga plato, platito, kutsara at tinidor. Basta tatawagin mo ang pangalan niya, mayroon nang iniinom si tatay sa kwarto, nakita na ang nawawalang gamit ni kuya, handa na ang damit ni ate para bukas, malinis na ang mga gamit sa kusina ni nanay. Kapag ako na ang tatawag na Channeling, papasok siya sa maliit kong kwarto, pagod na pagod, pawis na pawis, hingal na hingal, latang-lata. Pero, kapag meron siyang ikukwento sa akin, ang kwarto ko nag-iiba ng anyo. Nagiging dagat ito kapag kami ay mga sirena. Nagiging kastilyo ito kapag kami ay mga prinsesa. Kaming dalawa ni Cheneline ang laging bida sa marami niyang kwento. Tapos, tulog na kaming dalawa. Isang umaga, nagkagulo sa loob ng bahay. Ilang beses nang tinatawag ang pangalan niya, pero walang nangyayaring magic. Cheneline, Cheneline, sabi ni tatay. Cheneline, Cheneline, tanong ni kuya. Cheneline, Cheneline, sigaw ni ate. Cheneline, Cheneline, utos ni nanay. Cheneline, Cheneline, tawag ko. Pero walang nangyari. Bigla kami nagsisugod sa kwarto niya. Pagbukas namin, maraming magic ang nangyayari. Mayroong hatching, merong prst, merong brr, merong ubo-ubo. Naku, si Cheneline, hindi makakapag-magic. May trangkaso si Cheneline, sabi ni tatay. Dali-dali siyang pumunta sa telepono, bumulong-bulong si tatay sa hawakan, tapos sa isang iglap, biglang dumating ang doktor. Pumunta naman si nanay sa kusina, naghiwa-hiwa siya ng karne, ng manok at ng gulay. Hinugas-hugasan niyang mangga at dalanghita, nagtimpla-timpla siya ng tsaa at tubig. Sa isang iglap, may pagkain na agad para kay Cheneline. Para makapagpahinga si Cheneline, nagkwento naman ako na nagkwento. Biglang nagbago ang kwarto ni Cheneline. Naging bughaw na langit ito nang naging piloto kami. Naging entablado ito nang naging mananayaw kami. Tapos, sa isang iglap, nakatulog na si Cheneline. Mula noon, iba na ang maririnig sa loob ng aming bahay tuwing umaga. Sana marami kayong natutuhan at napulot na aral sa kwentong binasa natin ngayong araw. Mag-iingat kayo lagi at maraming salamat sa pakikinig.
The Tooth Fairies and the Cleaning Factory by Zani Mathu. Illustrated by maaillustrations.com. Deep in the new forest, where no big people ever went, there was a tiny little magical village called the Orden Gardens. Here, 3 little tooth fairies named Incisor, Canine, and Molar were busy at work in their factory. The 3 tooth fairies were all named after types of teeth. Incisor was tall and skinny with short pink hair. Canine was also tall with blue hair. And Molar was the short, wise one with curly silver locks. All day long, the busy little fairies cleaned and shined the children's milk teeth they had collected during the night. The milk teeth were used to make very useful things in the Orden Gardens, like roads in the village and furniture in the homes for the little fairies. One day, Incisor realized that the teeth coming into the cleaning factory were not as strong as they used to be. "Oh dear," said Incisor. "These teeth are fragile and brittle, with holes and black spots. They crumble as soon as I try to polish them with cloth. Whatever are we to do?" "Yes," said Canine. "I know exactly what's wrong. The children are beginning to eat far too many sweets and are not looking after their teeth at all." "I know. We can fix it," said Molar, the wise one. She sounded quite excited by her grand idea. The 3 fairies looked at each other and waited while Molar explained all. As usual, it was a fabulous idea. The three of them wasted no time at all and got to work straight away. That night, it was K9's turn to fly off and collect all the milk teeth from under the sleeping children's pillow. Off she flew with a bag of coins, some white berry sandwiches for her lunch, and a pack of cards which the three fairies had spent all afternoon preparing. It was such a treat to leave the forest and see the city skyline, but it was a dangerous place for fairies. K9 had to make sure that the big people never saw her. She flew through the starry night and saw the wonderful city fast asleep. Her first stop was a young boy named Junior. Earlier in the night, Junior and his mom had placed his milk tooth under the pillow. Mummy tucked Junior into bed and told him all about the tooth fairy who would leave some money in exchange for his tooth. She gave him a goodnight kiss and left him to fall asleep. By the time K9 arrived, Junior was fast asleep. She flew in through the top window that was ajar and glided quickly down to Junior's pillow. She perched beside him and braced herself in preparation for the task. Heave! She lifted the pillow and wedged herself between the pillow and the bed. She quickly grabbed the tooth and tossed it over to her backpack. She placed 2 coins and the fairy's special card in exchange under the pillow and flew off into the night sky to find more milk teeth. In the morning, as soon as Junior woke up, he rummaged under the pillow to see if the tooth fairy had left any money for him. He was thrilled to find the coins, but looked blankly at the card he found in his hand. Mummy didn't mention anything about a card. He wondered. He read the card out aloud. The Tooth Fairy's Guide to Healthy Teeth. 1. Eat healthy. 2. Cut down on sugary sweets and drinks. 3. Brush your teeth twice a day. 4. Use a fluoride toothpaste. 5. Visit the dentist regularly. Back in the village of Orden Gardens, the fairies were very happy about the new information card they were giving to the children. Soon enough, the milk teeth coming into the factory were strong and healthy again. And that's the end of the story, The Tooth Fairies and the Cleaning Factory by Zani Mathu.
Oh, hello there, everyone. My name is Riza, and I am here to read to you a book entitled Nina and Nani Nati by Perla Kwanzan. Shall we begin? Are you ready? Okay, let's start. It's Saturday morning. Mother and father are going out of town. They will visit grandfather and grandmother on the farm. We are going to visit your Grandpa Nitoy and Grandma Nila, says Mother. Nani Nati will take care of you while we are away. Nani Nati gives Nina a warm bath. Nani Nati gives Nina clean and dry clothes to wear. Nina is now ready for breakfast. She has rice, fried fish, and pickled papaya. She has a banana for dessert. She washes her hands before and after eating. Nina goes to the garden and plays with her friends. They play their favorite games. They play hide and seek. They run carefully. They play catch a leaf. They play other games. Nina and her friends enjoy playing together. Later, they get back to their homes. They are so happy. Come, Nina, it's dinner time. Wash your hands, Nani Nati says. She gives Nina noodles and fried chicken to eat. She gives Nina mango juice to drink. Nina felt so good. At bedtime, Nina says, Nani Nati, I'm not sleepy yet. Don't worry, Nina, I'll bring you some milk. Here's a glass of warm milk. Sip it carefully to put you to sleep. The clock strikes 9. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. It's 9 o'clock, says Nani Nati. I'll see if Nina is already asleep. But Nina is still awake. She is waiting for Mother and Father. She cannot sleep without Mother and Father. Nina asks, when will Mother and Father come home? Nina, aren't you sleepy yet? Not yet, Nani Nati. Nina answers softly. When will Mother and Father come back? Don't worry, they'll be home soon, answers Nani Nati. Now, let me sing you a lullaby. Go to sleep, little Nina. But still, Nina cannot sleep. I know how to put you to sleep. I'll read you a book, Nani Nati says. I love that. Please read to me my favorite book, Nani Nati, says Nina. And before Nani Nati finishes the story, Nina is fast asleep. Good night, Nina. Good night, my little girl. Sweet dreams. And that ends our story. I hope you did enjoy, and thank you for staying with me. Goodbye.
Hello, I'm Toby, and I love reading books. I am most interested in myths. Myths are stories of the culture and beliefs of society. People in ancient times loved to hear stories of adventure and trickery, just as we do now. Today, I would like to share a story about Poseidon, the god of the sea, written by Caroline H. Harding and Samuel B. Harding.
Make way for the mighty, the Earth Shaker, the supreme ruler of the seas. That is the voice of the great Poseidon. Come, listen, let us know more about him. Poseidon was the brother of Zeus. He rules over the rivers and the sea. You can see him always carrying a trident. When he struck the sea with his trident, fierce storms would arise. With one word, he could calm the dashing waves. As a king, he has a palace at the bottom of the sea. It was made of shells and corals. It was tied with gold and silver. And you know what? He has a wonderful garden filled with sea plants and vines. They are far more beautiful Peter Pan. Wow, can you imagine that? It was like a secret garden among the rocks at the bottom of the sea.
My gratitude to all of you, dear Tritons. Your loyalty will be rewarded by our king.
Poseidon would tell his loyal servants. Like other kings and goddesses, they also quarrel. They also wish to have a wide land.
This land is mine!
Poseidon proudly declared in front of Athena, who also wants to have a wide piece of land. No, nobody owns this land but me, Athena cried. So the gods met in Mount Olympus to solve the problem. They must make a useful gift, the most useful for all. And Zeus declared,
"Let this case be settled. The best gift to mankind wins the land."
Poseidon struck his trident on a rocky hill, and a stream of water gushed. He thought men could drink it, but no, it was salty. Athena plucked an olive tree out of the ground. Men were able to use its fruit and oil.
Athena won!
Zeus and the other gods declared. On the hilltop where the case was decided, people showed the salt spring and olive tree, a proof that the case was solved. Poseidon was a hero to the people who lived along the shore. They built temples for Poseidon. They prayed to him for fair weather and happy voyages. Did you like the story about Poseidon? Do you want to be powerful like him? We can all be good heroes, right? Hope you like my story. Till next storytelling time.
Good day, everyone. My name is Jenny Talaran. Today, I will be telling you a story about Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. Once, there lived 3 children named Wendy, John, and Michael Darling. They loved bedtime as Wendy used to tell them stories about Peter Pan. Peter Pan decided not to grow up. He lived in Neverland, which was full of adventures. One night, to everyone's surprise, Peter came to the children and asked them to visit Neverland. So, Peter taught them how to fly with a wish and a pixie dust. They flew to Neverland. It's a beautiful place. There were many fairies and mermaids. Everyone was kind, except for Captain Hook and his wicked pirates, who were Peter's enemies. Peter lived in an underground house with lots of hidden doorways in a big hollow tree. He used to share his room with the Lost Boys, where he also took Wendy and his brothers to stay in for a while. One day, the pirates took Princess Tiger Lily of the Indian tribe. Her family was worried and upset about this. But Peter rescued her and brought her back safely and sound. Captain Hook became mad at Peter and wanted to take revenge. So, he kidnapped Wendy, Michael and John and the Lost Boys and took them to his pirate ship. Wendy knew that Peter would save them. When Hook was about to throw them off the ship, Peter came. He freed his friends and beat Captain Hook for his wrongdoings. The wicked pirates jumped off to save their lives from him. Peter now had the pirate ship. It was time for the children to go back home. With a wish and a pinch of pixie dust, the pirate ship flew to the sky and stopped near the nursery window. Peter said goodbye and hoped that they would see each other again. The next morning, when children told the whole story to their parents, they could not believe. Wendy, John, and Michael never forgot Peter Pan even after they grew up. The end.
morning, Noy Noy.
Good morning, Manisa.
Do you want to hear a short story?
Yes, Manay, I'm so excited.
Now, I will read to you a story entitled The Boy Who Touched Heaven. The Boy Who Touched Heaven. Once there was an Ifugao boy who wanted to touch the sky. He wanted to know what the clouds felt like. Were soft and fluffy like cotton, and the white moon amazed him. He wondered how it got its shape and why it hung from heaven. He would spend hours just lying down on the grass and watching the clouds float by. He would stretch out his hand and pretend to catch them, but the sky was always too far away. The boy tried different tricks to reach heaven. He threw ropes onto the stars. He went up the hills where he saw the sun rise, hoping to hang onto the sun as it went up. Though none of these worked, the boy did not give up hope. One day, he came upon a very high cliff. On the edge of the cliff were anahaw leaves and native vines. "Aha!" he said. "Now I know how I can reach the sky." He gathered anahaw leaves and made 2 big wings with them. He then tied the wings to his arms with the vines and put rings around the neck of his carabao. When all was set, he slapped his carabao's side and made the animal run toward the edge of the cliff as he flapped his winged arms wildly. As his carabao neared the edge of the cliff, he flapped his arms faster. But alas, he still couldn't fly. Worse, they were moving too fast to stop. Fortunately, at the very last moment, monkeys appeared and pulled them away from the edge. "Thank you for saving my life," the boy said. "I just wanted to fly," he said as he told them about his dream to touch the sky. "Then why don't we climb up the tallest tree?" the monkey said. "Then we will climb up on each other's shoulders until you are high enough to reach the sky." So the monkeys climbed up the tallest narrow tree and then climbed up the top of each other. When they were ready, they called the boy to go up next. But the boy couldn't climb as well as the monkeys. He slipped and fell, dragging all the monkeys down with him. An eagle saw them and stopped to ask, "What were you trying to do?" "We were trying to reach the sky," the boy said. "I think I can help," the eagle said. "There is a village not too far from here where the people have built giant stairs to heaven." Following the eagle, the boy hurried up to see the giant stairs to heaven. When he got there, he could hardly believe it. The eagle had led him back to his village. What he had been searching for had been there all along. Long ago, his ancestors carved terraces on the side of the mountain so they could have fields for planting rice. The boy had known these terraces his whole life, but now it seemed to him that he was seeing them for the first time. The sight filled him with happiness. It was then that he saw his father harvesting rice of one of the terraces. He raced to his father, who joyously took the boy in his arms and lifted him to the sky. The Boy Who Touched Heaven.
Good day, everyone. Today, I will be telling you Snow White's story. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Snow White. She was kind and gentle and a friend to all animals. One day, Snow White met a charming prince. As they sang a song of love together, Snow White's evil stepmother, the queen, watched them. The queen was so jealous of Snow White's beauty that she ordered her huntsman to kill the young princess. But the huntsman couldn't bring himself to hurt Snow White. He told her to run far away so the queen would never find her. Snow White ran deep into the forest. She was lost and scared, but soon found herself in front of a cottage. The princess knocked, but no one was home. She slowly stepped inside. The cottage was a mess. With the help of her forest friends, Snow White cleaned every nook and cranny. "Maybe whoever lives here will let me stay," said Snow White. Upstairs, Snow White found 7 little beds. She thought they belonged to children. Tired from cleaning, Snow White yawned as she curled up on the beds and fell asleep. Meanwhile, the 7 dwarfs were heading home from a long day of working in a jewel mine. They were anxious to get home to their cottage in the woods. The 7 dwarfs were surprised when they found a princess inside their home. When Snow White awoke, she was charmed by the 7 dwarfs: Dopey, Sneezy, Happy, Grumpy, Duck, Bashful, and Sleepy. The dwarfs wanted to protect the beautiful princess from the evil queen, so they invited Snow White to live with them. To celebrate the new friends, sang and danced the night away. Back at the castle, the queen learned that Snow White was still alive. Enraged, she made a magic potion to change her appearance. Her plan was to trick the princess. After the dwarf had set off for work the next day, the queen, disguised as an old elder woman, offered Snow White a beautiful red apple. Snow White took one bite of the apple and fell into a deep sleep. The queen had poisoned her. When the dwarfs came home, they chased the queen to the top of the stormy mountain. Suddenly, lightning hit the mountain, and the queen fell, never to be seen again. But Snow White was still in a deep sleep. The 7 dwarfs kept watching over her day and night. Finally, Snow White's Prince Charming arrived. He had searching everywhere for the beautiful princess he had sung with so long ago. The prince awakened Snow White with love's first kiss. The spell was broken. Snow White and the prince returned to the kingdom and lived happily ever after. The end. That's all. Thank you.
Here's to the old times and the best of new ones. Here's to our song of glee. Buying our way from illusions to realities. Hoping to wake up from this madness. doesn't shine all the time. Falling in love, falling apart. You think it's the end of the line. Pour your heart out crying, then you'll feel just fine. If you're thinking that you're the only one, well, take a look around and you'll find I've been there where you are, I've been out, and now I say I'm growing up, getting down, putting my both feet on the ground. With all my friends behind me, how can I go wrong this time? I'm growing up, getting down. Thank God reality came around. Not just waiting for the daybreak, expecting the sun to shine. It doesn't shine all the time. Here's to the old times and the best of new ones. Here's to our song of glee, botting away from illusions to realities. Hoping to wake up from this madness, hoping to see you smile, pushing our way to the limit of yours and mine. I'm going up, getting down, putting my both feet on the ground. With all my friends behind me, how can I go wrong this time? I'm going up, getting down. Thank God reality came around. Not just waiting for the daybreak, expecting the sun to shine. It doesn't shine all the time.